Okay, so I want to read from this book, just a few sentences, How to See by Thich Nhat Hanh. A lot of you guys might already have this book, How to See. There's a couple of things that I wanted to go into. Oh, I'll do this one first. And just sit up in a comfortable seat, or if your body needs the rest today, go ahead and lay down. Mindfulness protects us. When we drive through the city, we are constantly consuming things, whether we want to or not. Advertising penetrates our consciousness and the consciousness of our children, who are even less able than we are to filter these sources of toxic consumption. In modern life, we are exposed to many violent or even exciting images, sounds, films, TV programs, and articles that either give rise to fear and despair or incite our cravings. Now, without mindfulness, we don't have a skin to shield us. And what we see and hear assaults us and penetrates our consciousness. With mindfulness, we have a means to protect ourselves and to be aware of what we are consuming through our senses. So I just wanted to read that to you today because I know that you guys are really bringing your practice home more these days. And, we've talked about this a lot, how we have the choice to, have the news on or have it off, or even say no to a friend where we know we might get lured into a conversation that we're not ready for, or that might incite something within us that we feel not ready for. So there's just all of these different reasons why mindfulness is important to our daily lives. And I just wanted to bring that up. And for me, what I tend to do is when things are going so fast is I just slow down. I just start to slow my actual body down so that I can get into that place of mindfulness. And I find it's so funny when I picture this city, I picture myself riding on the new Bay Bridge, and then from the new one going into the older one, and then you see the whole San Francisco city there. And I do understand that my practice has become deeper because I do feel not out of breath per se, but I all remember where all the billboards start to come up and they start to come into your awareness and you start reading everything. For me, I see numbers, I start adding numbers together. I mean, the mind starts to get very triggered or hooked. You get hooked into the mind very quickly. And this isn't to say bad things about the city or any city. This is just to open yourself up to the fact that we have choices. So sometimes now for me, if I know I'm feeling more affected by something and I'm not driving, I'll sit and I'll close my eyes and just open my eyes a little bit from time to time. And you can even do that in your own home, right? You can do that with everything, every choice that you need to do throughout your day. You have that ability. So I just wanted to bring that up because the next little point that I want to move into, it kind of draws into that same thing. Individual and collective consciousness. This is only like 3 sentences, but I just want to bring it up. We are influenced by ways of thinking, and we consume the views of other people in many ways. individual consciousness is made up of collective consciousness. And collective consciousness is made up of individual consciousnesses. It is our consciousness that designs our world. So I wanted to bring it up because it's pretty obvious that we spend a lot of money on the defenses that we need to in our country, in all countries, that you know, I think it's like 63 cents to the dollar we spend on our defenses. And I don't want to make less of something that's very complicated, but I just wanted to bring up that attention to the fact that we're still in that fighting or war, or that consciousness of that's how we get our point across. And, you know, this is all that came up to me recently, and things that I've gone through personally. And not that we really necessarily need to change too much, but just to see how perhaps you can bring in more love into your life, more acceptance of what's happening in your life, and truly live the life that you are in. You know, notice where you're wandering off into your mind and wishing things to be different. We're all doing that because we really don't want to sit for this long. I'll speak for myself. It's like I want things to open up. So just really see how we can all be that change of consciousness where we start to, and this could take a few decades, this could take another 100 years, where each one of us very, very slowly, just with each of our lives, start to open up into more of a love consciousness rather and an accepting consciousness. It starts with each one of us. It starts with the way that we treat our dog. It starts with the way that we treat our neighbor. And I just want to bring it up because whenever my heart sinks, it usually sinks because of the fact that we're just not there yet. But it's going to be baby steps, and that's why we practice together as well. Yeah, so why don't we close our eyes? Why don't we sit up tall and feel the spine, feel the length of the spine. Go ahead and feel the lift of the front girdle, right? The heart, the shoulders dropping. And there's this really beautiful open heart, nice soft back. You're feeling the shoulders drop down and away from the ears. You're allowing the crown to lift up into the heavens, the face relaxed. And finding your calm within you is your contribution to a more peaceful world. Right? So you're beginning to feel the skin, feel the organs, relax your organs just by bringing attention to them. Bring love to the areas of the body that need it. We can even bring our two hands on our belly right now and just rub the belly where it's going up the right side. So up the right side and down the left. So up the right side and down the left. So we're going to do that about 21 times. So up the right side, down the left. Closing your eyes and just feeling the brain, the other brain of the body, which is the belly, right? Dictating how we feel within our mind sometimes. This is why we're getting more mindful with what we put in our body these days. So when we can digest our food more easily, sometimes it means we can digest the moment as it is when it floods us, right? So we're feeling the body and the digestive system as we move it through, bringing in more tapas, more heat to this area. And then just feel your two sit bones grounding. Go ahead and use your right hand. Go ahead and block off the right side of your nostril and take a exhale down through your left side, all the way down. Inhaling up the left side. Pinch your nose, hold your breath. Exhale down the right side. Inhale up the right side. Pinch your nose, hold your breath. Exhale down the left side. Can you do a few more rounds of this, but go at the pace that is better for you, right? I might be going too slow or too fast. Really connect into the body and understand everything that we do, that breathing exercises, sitting tall in our asanas and the way that we do things are all tools, right? So they're all tools to bring us back into alignment, to help us feel the inner part of the body, the inner truth of the body. Right? Even the way that we present ourselves out into the world is a way to realign us with our inner body. Right? If we mess up, we go, oh, okay, let's feel that. Let's understand that. Let's realign. Right? So all of us has all the in and the outer has its ebb and flow to our body, to our mind. So feeling the breath move through the body, connecting into the inner part of the body. Moving into that soul space, the abundance, the limitlessness, the compassion. Ujjayi pranayam. Let's finish up the round that we're on and just gently release down with that palm down onto your thighs. Just feel the stillness within you. And we're practicing together to bring us back into alignment. Feel and listen to that quiet. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. That quiet sound really has all those answers that we're looking for. To find more about ourselves, we just have to move into more quiet, whatever that means for you. Move into the nature of who we are. Maybe that is going out in nature. And we'll bring our hands directly onto our heart, left hand on the heart, right hand on top of the left hand. And feel the heart beating. And voice an intention for yourself, maybe a dedication to someone who needs your energy today. Moving into a more peaceful world certainly recognizes that we also stand our ground. Let's go ahead and chant Om once, just bringing in more of that energy towards that intention that we made. Let's take a deep breath in. And then go ahead and open up your eyes. Go ahead and keep your gaze soft. And let's go ahead and lift up the arms. So just all the way up. Reach up, look up. Go ahead and move your wrists just like this, just kind of opening up through that heart meridian. Go ahead and open up your mouth. Open and close the jaw. And then turn to your right side, drop your hands down, twisting. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Inhale as you sit up nice and tall, and exhale as you twist a little bit further behind you. Keeping that left side sit bone planted, drawing in through your belly, just a little bit there. Relax your jaw. Hear the sound of your breath. And then coming back to center, reach the arms all the way up again, stretch, and then turn to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall. And just moving into the acceptance of this position. Not wanting it to change, just allowing it to blossom right where it's at. And then coming back to center, we'll lift up the right arm, lateral stretch. We'll go ahead and look down. Reach, reach, reach. Chin is lifted, head goes back. And we'll change sides. Right side sit bone planted down as you reach over. Moving your neck as you need to. And then coming all the way up. And then take your time. We're going to set ourselves up onto our mat standing. I'm just moving back the camera a little bit. So come up to standing, take off any jewelry or clothes or anything that you don't need to be able to move your body today. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And it's that beautiful funnel of breath, just continuous. In through nose, out through nose. Probably a good idea to take off the socks as well. And we're just going to start to move the body as we normally do. Hands and feet. Yeah, that's it. Nice, Sarah. Just going to move the camera so it's not so, yeah, so just moving everything, getting into the wrists and the feet. We want the fluidity. We really want that fluidity, right? Especially in the winter time. We want to keep the joints lubricated, and we start to move into the nervous system when we move the body in this way, in this non-linear way. Feet, ankles, and then have your feet about hips distance apart. Go ahead and reach up the arms and make it like a triangle. Looks like this. And just bring those hands up to the third eye. And it's like you're saying good morning to the sun. And if you could, you'd stand at the sun, you know, right when it's not the most hottest part or not good for the eyes, but just when it's just about going down and bringing energy to the third eye. And you can imagine it there right now. Take a deep breath into the third eye. And then exhale, French press down. Energy down into the triangle right at our creative center. And then inhale to the side, bringing it all the way up. So we're cleansing the energy of our field. And then we're bringing it down to that third eye again. We're going to bend the knees a little bit and we're going to French press down, exhale. And we're bringing the triangle again, bringing attention to that first, second chakra. Breathing in and out through your nose. Inhale, arms out to the side, cleanse the energy of your energy field. Anything that's not serving you is not going to remain. And then we're bringing this triangle down again to that third eye. Right, the insight, we're awakening what is already there. And then we're French pressing it down. We're bringing the energy down into the dantian, right down into the first, second chakra, red and orange. We're breathing down there. And then we're going to open up the palms. The palms go out to the side. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up high. And we're going to exhale through the center, palms together this time. And then we're inhaling out to the side, inhale. Exhale through the center. Good. And then we're going to bring the right arm all the way up. We're going to look behind us. And then we're going to bring the energy down. We're going to bend the knees. And we're going to scoop it forward all the way to the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you're getting dizzy at all, you know what to do. Come down into child's pose. Just kind of moving your world upside down for a moment. Like changing the perspective. That's probably the wisest thing we can do when we're going through something, is to just shift the perspective if we can catch that. All right, coming back to center, all the way down. Inhale, bring that left arm up. Shift the perspective without, and then bringing it all the way down, opposite side, without trying to ignore what's happening. But just allowing yourself to see that there's many sides to one way of thinking. Right, to move into this love consciousness world, we really have to start listening to everyone. We really have to start listening to all the points of views that are out there. Right, to really bring us together. Good. And then release it down. I'm going to come off my yoga mat a little bit here. I might just move it back so you guys can see me still. And we're doing this like warrior one thing. It's really fun. If you haven't seen it before, it goes something like this. So my feet are about 3 feet wide, maybe 3.5. And this could be a punch, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do more of, and then check out my feet. They're like warrior one, right? They're a little, maybe more crescent. And then energy to the heart, and then off to the other side. So it's really nice. Inhale, exhale. Yeah, inhale into the heart, exhale. And just move with your energy, get a flow going. Once you know what you're doing, don't look at me doing it, just kind of feel it for yourself. Energy for the heart, let the feet just do their thing, and then letting it out to the collective consciousness. Individual healing, inhale, exhale. All right, so a few more, maybe 4 or 5 on each side. Get into your rhythm of doing it. All right, and then coming back to center, hands to heart center, bringing the feet together, hips distance apart, just standing tall for a moment, feeling for any changes, feeling if there's been a shift, breathing in and out through your nose. Amazing. And then release your hands down. I'm going to step a little bit forward, and I'm going to bring my right foot behind me. It looks like this. Okay, so right foot just goes behind me. And then my knees are kind of bent here, right? They have to be because I'm trying to bring my foot just directly behind me there. And I'm going to bring the right arm up. So this is going to help out the nervous system. As I reach my right arm up, I'm going to try to come over to the left side, opening up through the left side. Squeeze your legs together so you can tap it a little bit. So inhale, exhale, just go a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Right, squeeze the legs together, inhale, exhale. Amazing. And then coming back to center, release the feet for a moment. Notice if there has been any changes here. You can have your palms down now. Breathing in and out through your nose. Amazing. So now we're going to bring that left foot behind us. Yeah, I'm going to keep both knees bent. And we're going to bring up that left arm. We're going to shine open through with that left side. And this right palm, I like to bring it down. So I'm like tapping it. And I'm having my palm open to the ceiling as well. So you can come up and down. Just getting into the nerves of the body, especially that left side. Inhale to exhale. Yeah, inhale to exhale. You might not see the benefits of this until this afternoon. If I've done a lot of these, I'm like, oh, I just feel more inside, more in tune. It's like tuning the guitar. I just feel like, oh, I've tuned my instrument. And that's really what all these practices are doing, right? Whether you walk in nature, yoga, tai chi, we're tuning our instrument, right, to the divine space within all of us. So go ahead and release your feet. Go ahead and shake it out a little bit. Maybe a sigh, deep breath in through the nose, let it out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then start shaking. So really get the shake going. Really shake it. Sometimes for me, I just shake for a couple of minutes to release energy. Right? So we're releasing energy to become lighter, to feel the lightness within us that's already there. Right? We're letting go. All right. So just feel that now. You're just standing, you're just breathing. Notice the vibrational quality of the body. Right? When we start to do these practices and we embody the body, the vibration is lifted up higher. We attract to us that we are emanating. All right, so triangle, actually not triangle, hands to hips. Let's do tree right now because we're in a good tree position. So drawing in through your navel, so lifting up through the navel, we're going to bring that right foot forward. So we're going to try not to go back. We're going to be more straight up and down, and we're going to lift this right knee all the way up. We're going to hold it here for a moment. Breathe in and out through our nose, and we're going to try to bring that inner foot or that foot to the inner edge of our thigh. Breathe in and out through your nose. Might be a little challenging because we're just kind of shy of that full moon that we just had. So there still might be some energy there. So room to let go. If you can feel that. Just let go of your expectation of how this needs to look like. Open the heart, breathe into your back body. And we might even release with a stretch in our quads. So we're going to bend the right knee. We're going to reach back and see if we could grab onto that foot. See if it's there for us. And even if we're just pressing that foot into the hand, maybe that's enough. If there's more, you'll come a little bit more forward. But you don't have to go the full deal on this pose. We're just beginning. And then gently releasing. Notice if there's been any changes. Breathe. And then bring the right arm up. Go ahead and bring that left foot forward. We'll go into tree pose on this side, bringing our left foot to the inner edge of our right thigh. So any which way that it feels great for you to be here, go for that. Be your tree. Right? The divine wants to express itself through us. So we all have a way, we all have the piece of the puzzle to give to the collective. So express yourself the way that you're meant to. And then we'll move into that quad stretch. So you can bend your knee, you can reach back. So I tend to go out to the left side and then see if I can grab onto the top of that foot. And then I'll start with just the balance, right? Just see if I can balance there using the breath and then pressing the foot into the hand, right? So you don't have to go that far. A little will go a long way. And then slowly releasing and noticing if there's been changes there. Just finding the pause between these positions is quite powerful. It's like you're allowing yourself to meditate. So look around for your blocks and let's bring our blocks all the way up to the front of our yoga mat. And we're going to step, or we're just going to have that right foot forward. And we're in this high lunge. So the right foot is off to the right side. We're in this high lunge. The left knee is up. And we're going to pulsate a little bit. So we've been doing this a fair bit, especially in the colder winter months. Right knee right above your ankle. And you're dropping that left knee down. Open your heart. And then you just come back up again. So more that you've got a rhythm going rather than making the positions perfect. Yeah. Inhale, open, exhale, high lunge. So just do a few of these. Keep going. You'll definitely feel this one later in a good way. Winter months, the hips get tired and they get tight. Amazing. So come up onto that left ball of the left foot. And I like to move my blocks over to the right a little bit. And I'm just going to see if I can change sides. So just do it how you can. Left knee right above your ankle. You can move your blocks a little bit over forward and to the right. You're in this high lunge. And then we'll start to pulsate. So right knee down, heart opens, inhale, exhale. Inhale. And you don't need to go with that rhythm. Go with the rhythm that's better for you. Just feel the body rotating, right, from each position. Yeah, and now step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Separate your feet, mat's distance apart, blocks out in front. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. See if you can start to keep those legs straight. If not, they're slightly bent. And head just drops down. Move your head side to side. Yeah, in through nose, out through mouth. All right. So one more time, in through nose, out through mouth. All right. Bend your knees, take your arms out to the side, lead with your heart. Come all the way up. Reach up high, and then exhale down. So do you guys have a little bit of wall space? We don't need too much. I don't even think I'll move the camera. Maybe I will. I might move it just a little bit. So we're going to use one block. Let's see. I'm going to move it over that way. Don't need to change much. You don't need to even bring your mat over because you don't need it. I'm getting the block. I'm bringing it up, inner groins, right? If you don't have a block, don't worry, don't use it. We're going to do the right angle at the wall. I just want to try to do a down dog at the wall today. Feel where your hips are. Yeah, that's the height that you're going to bring your hands. Okay, if you're outside, Chad, just do a down dog, okay? Don't worry about it. We're only going to do this one time. So spreading your fingers wide, hands are on the wall, they're shoulder distance apart. You're stepping back. So you can always just do the down dog. If you have wall space, let's get it going. And hips are going to go back, chin away from chest, all the way back. Remember this one, you guys? Press down into your feet. Crown of your hat is lengthening. Chin away from your chest. Spread your fingers wide. Get into that heart meridian, which is in the palms. Go back, really lean back. So if you're not feeling much of a stretch in your hamstrings, bring your feet closer to the wall, even just an inch or two, and then go back into the position. And you'll be like, oh, all right. That's it, you guys. Draw in through your tummy, sit bones up, lift your head up a little bit, stretch your crown more forward, chin away from chest. Good. And then come all the way up to standing, all the way up. And then keep your block where it is, get your strap. Okay, so standing up nice and tall. And bring your hands behind you. So it looks like this. And then just start to bring the arms back. Bend your elbows, start taking them back. So I'm going to pulsate a little bit. All right, so pulsating. Still got the block there because I'm just trying to encourage the inner groins to do the work that they're meant to. Back, back, back. That's it. Keep going. And then just hold it there. So it's kind of a challenge to just really hold it there. To bring the hands in as close as you're able. Press down into your feet. Thighs are back. Heart is up. Tailbone's tucking. Crown is lengthening. And you're here. You're present. Heart is opening. All right, slowly release. Go ahead and release your strap down. Go back into downward facing dog or at the wall. Feel where your hips are. Bring your hands to that same alignment. The hands are at hip height, but yet their distance is shoulder. Their distance is shoulder, but they're at your hip. So spreading your fingers wide, stepping back. Feet rest underneath your hips. As you take your sit bones back, it's your spine that's getting longer. It's your crown that's lengthening towards the wall. It's your chin that goes away from your chest. It's the eyes of the elbows that line up with one another. It's the toes that get softer, and it's the kneecaps that lift up. Breathe. Press down through the inner edges of your feet, particularly the balls of your feet. All right, come on up. Enough of that one. Now come back to your yoga mat. Those people who were in downward facing dog, come into child's pose. Everyone come into child's pose, really. So I'm just going to move this away. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm having a real incense party. Okay, so you can use a something for your forehead for child's pose, big toes touching, knees apart. Rest for a moment. Feel the effects of your practice up until this point. Go inside. Breathe. Hear the breath. When we become more quiet, first of all, the body begins to crave whatever if we're given it. But we get these divine guidance, words or pictures, things start to come to us where we know it's a higher self speaking to us. We know without a doubt because it feels, it sits well in the body. That's what happens when we meditate more or slow down. So we're going to come up now and we're going to spread the fingers wide. I'm going to come into hip circles. Knees are back. Go ahead and take the hips back to the side and forward. You can move your head with it. Yeah. And then go the other way. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Amazing, you guys. Come all the way down on your tummy. Stretch the arms out in front. Forehead down. And just give thanks to Mother Earth. We're down here, we're bowing to Mother Earth. And then we'll prop ourselves up onto our forearms, elbows underneath the shoulders. Stretch your belly, come a bit more forward, open your palms. Relax the lower back. Heart open. Chin comes in, forehead comes down, curl the toes under, draw in through your tummy. Bring the forearms down to the ground. Go ahead and touch or bring more of a measurement to the elbows. So bring your hands around the elbows, keep that measurement, and then go ahead and bring the hands so that they're lightly touching. Drop your head down. Your head doesn't touch the ground, but it appears that it might, but it's not. Toes are curled under, and your hips are going to go up high, dolphin position. Thighs are going back. Just start with thighs back. Start with thighs back and head dropping down, not pushing it down, but letting it descend with gravity. Thighs back. Karate chop your forearms down into the earth. Down, down, down. And then from this point, you may want to bring the feet a teensy bit closer to your face. And now bring the feet back, draw in through your tummy, and move into a dolphin plank. Breathe in and out through your nose. Lift your head up. Lift your hips up. Breathe. Look down at your hands. And then bring your hips all the way back up again. Go ahead and bring your feet closer in. Drop your head down. Drop the knees down. Child's pose. Big toes touching, knees apart, hands out to the right side. Breathe into the left side waist. And breathe over to the other side. And breathe into the right side waist. Amazing. Coming back to center. Let's come up. Let's come into our plank position. Curl the toes under. Lift your hips up high. Draw in through your tummy. And then coming into downward facing dog on your yoga mat. Hips up high, head drops down, although it is slightly lifted because you do want your ears lined up with your arms. Go back with your thighs. Go ahead and bring your feet in a little closer together and lift the right leg up, hip height. Drop that right foot down to meet the left foot. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, drop it down. Bring the right leg up again. Gently step the right foot through to your hands. Drop the left knee down. Go ahead and come on up. Right knee right above your ankle. Open your heart. Inhale. Open your heart. Exhale. Maybe bring the arms up high. Release the hands down. Step back, plank position. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin are full. Chaturanga Dandasana. Open the heart. Urdhva Mukha. Elbows in. Adho Mukha. Hips are up high. Exhale out through the mouth. Heels dropping down. Inhale, exhale, out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose, let it out through the mouth. Lift up the left leg and then gently step it through. Draw in through your tummy, left knee right above your ankle. Come on up. Open the heart. Open your heart. Open up the psoas, the belly, the quad. Release the hands down. Step the back foot up to meet your front foot. Separate your feet, hips distance. Inhale, lengthen, gaze up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, arms out, lead with your heart, come up. Exhale, hands to the heart center, to the belly, or down below, out to the side. Notice for any changes. And really allow the breath to soften more as the heartbeat starts to soften too. Slow the breath down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come on down. We'll move into some standing positions. Fold in. Inhale, lengthen, come more forward. Exhale, fold. Let's take the right leg back. Warrior one. Reach the arms up high. Release the arms down. Inhale, sweep them through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. So now that front foot is intersecting back middle arch. Just kind of see that. Sink it down. So to kind of strengthen your energy field, you can kind of bring your hands like Spider-Man, Spider-Woman hands. And then just kind of anything that's not serving the energy, your frequency, you're just gently letting it go back to the light with compassion. Straighten up your front leg, dancing warrior, left palm up, all the way up. You could bend the front knee if you like. Nice, you guys. Warrior two. So this is an expansive feeling here. And then windmill the hands down, left to right, step back, plank positioning, inhale. Decide what you're doing here. Is it knees, chest, chin? Is it back to down dog? Is it child's pose? If you're in down dog, 5 deep breaths. Calm your body by deeply breathing into your heart. Everyone drop down into child's pose for a moment. And you may decide to bring more attention to your third eye by creating 2 little fists that cradle your head. And breathe. Breathe into your third eye. Meditate on that area, awakening. Stay with it there. Just noticing if anything's freezed up. Nope, you guys are good. All right, so coming back up, coming into downward facing dog, hips up high, head drops down low, arms are lengthening, fingers are spread wide. Everyone rock forward to plank position for a moment. Draw in through your tummy. So it's important that we have strong enough shoulders. This is why we plank it from time to time. If you need to drop the knees, you're going to still make that body part really strong. All right. And then going back, downward facing dog position. Go ahead and lift up, or go ahead and step rather your right foot up to meet your hands. Drop your back heel, warrior one. Reach the arms up high, inhale. So right foot is forward, exhale. And we'll do 5 or 6 times of opening the heart, inhale, exhale. They're just like birds, right? The wings opening. It's like you're taking flight into this moment. And then moving into warrior two, open the heart here. And you can turn the palms the other way. Breathe. And then straighten up that right leg, dancing warrior. Up through that right arm. You can bend that front knee if you like. And then straighten up the right leg, pivot the right foot in, bring the legs together, shake it out, like different to our Chaturanga Dandasana. Shake it out, and then take the legs more open into Padarita, Padachanasana, so you can use your blocks. Right, so hands are out in front of us, hips are going up high, toes are pivoting in more than the heels are, lengthening. Nice and long spine. I love doing these types of positions because I believe that our spine is the tree of our life, right? So lengthening the spine, stretching the spine, strengthening the spine, all we can do, right, to bring that Kundalini energy and have it rise up from the base. Breathe deeply. All right, so drop your hands down, drop the knees down. Go ahead and bring the right knee and cross it over the left. So it looks like this. You might need a block or a blanket actually. So I'm just gonna grab something. So now my right leg is crossed over my left. And I'm gonna open my feet up behind me. All right, I'm gonna try to sit down, right down, not on my heels, but between them. Now, I'm gonna bring a blanket to my left side bum because it needs the support. Then I feel more level, okay? So I only have this blanket on my left side bum. My knees are coming in together. You might look like this, okay? Hips are tight today, that's fine. So you're just working to bring them together. All right, so we're gonna just work with what we have. Once you're there, you're gonna sit up nice and tall as best you can. Working with the heat that we produced as we moved through the body. Now we can take the arms out to the side. Gomukhasana arms. So what we'll do is we're going to bring that left arm up and we're going to bend that elbow. We're going to see if we can reach back and grab onto the fingers of the other hand. So we're trying to bring the right arm to the left side and up. So it doesn't always happen. You can use a strap, just gently guide it. And then once you're at your edge, you'll just stay there. Don't push it anymore, just be with that. So you may not think that much is happening if you're just kind of open in these areas, but this particular opening is for the heart. There's all these meridians that run down from the heart over down the arms. So it's important that we open all these areas. So we're going to release the arms. And then we'll release the legs. So look at your own legs. Notice that you've got your right knee there. We can do something fancy and we can turn to our left and we can come up and we make it over to the other side and the left leg should be right there. So if that didn't work out, don't worry about it. Just do what you can. Make sure the left leg is definitely on top of the right and sit down in between. Now, one side may be not as flexible as the other. So you might need to bring 2 blankets for that right side sit bone to be able to hang out here. So squeeze your knees together, soften your belly. All right, for this position, we don't want the belly to be working hard. Just let it soften. Notice if you're feeling this differently on this side and where you're feeling it. Go there. Use this as a meditation position to quiet your mind, even if your mind is busy and it's already off to the next activity. We usually reap the benefits of our practice the more quieter we are within it, because then later on we don't get so hooked with all the stimuli from everything that's coming at us. So that's another reason why we practice. We're more discerning, we're more mindful of what's coming in. So we can stretch the other arm. So left arm would go out and it goes back, palm facing behind, right arm shoots up. And then we reach back and we see if we can grab onto it. It's going to be really interesting when we're all together in physical proximity, isn't it? You never know. Well, some of us do. And some of us do it sometimes, certain times of our lives. But when something gets taken away, we usually get pretty grateful for what we had, right? So it's we have a lot to look forward to, is what I want to say. I'm really excited to see you guys in the flesh one day too. So just keep that in your heart. Go ahead and release your hands. Things are happening for us. We have to remember that. And then let's release the legs. And oh my goodness, they're probably like, are you joking me? Why'd you just do that? Take the legs out nice and wide. Sit more forward. So we've got this nice long straddle happening. Your heart is lifted, your crown is lifting. And we can use the blocks to go out in front of us. Yeah, relax your feet. Relax your feet, that's fine. More of a yin position. You may want to round it, so you could use anything to help you to round and to come down a little bit further. Maybe your bolster, maybe your pillows. Get quiet. And perhaps even inhale now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do 2 or 3 more of those rounds. Go at your own pace. And we'll come on up, Jani Shirsasan. So just bringing your legs a little closer, bend your right knee so it looks like tree. I'm going to bring my block underneath my right knee, and I'm going to reach out, long spine to my straight leg. And I'm going to drop my hands down to either side, lift up my heart. You can round if your lower back is okay with that. I'm not going to round because my lower back needs to stay lifted. So do what's right for you. And then check it out. Left hand will reach out, right arm will go to the side. Such a nice stretch. Maybe you've got toes you're touching here. Maybe you've got your shin. This upper arm goes up and over. Beautiful practice for just leaving the full moon. Right? So just moving more into these forward bends. More introspective time. If you didn't think you needed more, where Mercury's in retrograde. So this is a good time for forward bends. It is a good time for seeing how things could be perhaps done more differently, or maybe getting a hold of someone that you haven't talked to in a long time, right? So it's just that kind of energy, really slowing down. So come on up, let's go ahead and change outside, coming into your Jani Shirsasana on this side. So squaring off into that right side leg. So start with your hips squaring more, just like warrior one, to that right leg. As you come down, decide if you're going to round. So maybe you're staying lifted, and that's okay too. And then we're going to reach out with the right hand. We're going to grab onto what we can, whatever's there for us. We're going to lift that left arm up and away. And we're going to move into another area of the body. Give thanks to this area of the body, keeping the ribs somewhat in. And gently up and over. A lateral stretching, head back, for body back. Feel your beautiful body today. Amazing. Come on up. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out to the side. Open your feet up like a book. Lean forward. Inhale. Exhale. Bow in. You can round the spine. We're going to come up. We're going to bring the legs together. Get yourself ready for Shavasana. We're almost there. Not quite. Have your things that you like to have for Shavasana nearby. Your socks, your pillows, your, all the things. And just lay down onto your back for now. Knees are up. Soles of the feet are on the floor. Left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. It's more also just to feel the back on the floor being supported. Breathe into the heart, breathe into the belly. It's like you're friending yourself. It's like, oh, hi, friend. It's like, I see you. You see them because you feel them. You don't necessarily have to give them any advice. You know that they've got this, that they just need to embody themselves, feel who they really are. You're just holding space for your body. It's pretty amazing. All right, right ankle to the left knee. You're going to bring in that left knee, right hand to the inside, left hand to the outside. Change sides. Just a little tap at this. And then we're going to move into a twist that you love. So I'm going to suggest the left knee hugging in, but you do what you want. I'm going to suggest this one, left knee hugging in, right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand behind you and up and open up through the hip like this. So real exalted twist. to really getting a good amount of space, like really spreading out. Just imagine you're in the studio, we're all with each other, and remember those little love taps that kind of happen? They can happen energetically. It's like I can really feel that Lynn is right here. This is where she sits, and it's like, oh, sorry. But it's not. It's like, hi, I love you. It's just like little love taps. And then coming up, changing sides, right knee comes into the body. Really have to see how far we've all come. Really have to, in a very compassionate way, give yourself a real big pat on the back. It's been a long time that we've been going through all of this. So that kindness for yourself will breed kindness out to others, right? So the collective healing. So change sides. See how far you come. Enjoy that energy throughout the week, going into this next week. Embrace that loving kindness for yourself. That's the world we want to live in. So do it for you so we can live in it. And then coming back to center, what else do you need? Do you need to take legs up on the wall? Are you good now? Is it just socks on and laying down time? See what you need. Let's give ourselves what we need, and then we'll move into final rest. And then just let the body breathe when it's supposed to breathe. So not giving it any more ujjayi attention. But when that comes, right? Not forcing it to stop either. So as you lay down, just want to read to you a little. And if you're still in a position, that's fine. So this is in the studio. This has always been here. It's when you first walk in. I don't know if you remember reading it, but it goes like this. If there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace in the world. So with that, I'd love you to rest now. Feel the peace within you, beginning to let go of your practice and your effort. Begin to come back to your physical body, just gently breathing into the body, feeling the different sensations of your body, maybe even moving your fingers or your toes. Allow yourself to come back into the space in the room that you're in, noticing where you are, and maybe even roll yourself to the right side, just making a pillow with your arms. And then once you've been there for a little bit, you might decide to stay there longer, or you can come up into a comfortable seat with your eyes closed. We just sit together for a few moments. So it's a very big statement that we send to the mind when we sit in a quiet place. We let the mind know that it's safe to be quiet, that it's important to listen to the heart, to listen to our true nature. In the silence, everything is given to us if we only allow it. And very gently, let's bring our hands to prayer position and bow into the heart and feel that intention that you made in the beginning of class, and feel it within your heart. Voice it to yourself right now. And let's seal our practice in, chanting Om together just once. Let's take a deep breath. Take a moment here to give thanks to all the many blessings that yoga, awareness bring to you and to all those with whom your life touches. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste.